Okay, so I have a story for you, and it is scary, and it was a very dangerous more than anything. And this is why, before I even start this story, I want you to know it's so important for us to be connected to our guides and to a spirit. And that's why I'm teaching. That's what I do. I'm a medicine woman. And the thing is, if I had not been connected, then it would have a totally different outcome. And yes, prayer is important. I've had lots of people comment that prayer and it should receive, but it's the knowing and the confidence of hearing and knowing that when you connect and you ask, you know, if I had prayed or you pray over and over, you're breaking the connection. You just are. You're in a need, you're in a lack, you don't believe. And yet my intuition, my spirit, it said, we'll help you. We're there. So let's begin. All right, so I'm traveling home from a vacation from the north to the south. Now, when I was doing that, I wasn't feeling well. And so I stopped for the night in a city. I won't name the city. Everybody wants to know the name of the city. You don't need to know the city. Most cities are not that safe at night anyway. So just beware, right? So I stopped at this hotel in the city, a very nice hotel. And I got myself a room and thought if I just get a good night's sleep, I'll be okay. All right. In the middle of the night, I woke up. I was failing. I had been on a special holistic treatment to heal something in my body. And instead, what it had done, it was cleaning out all my systems at the same time. Don't do that. Okay. When it did that, it brought down my blood pressure very seriously to a dangerous level. I was extremely sick. And by morning, I was so bad that I couldn't even walk to the door of my room to get out. So I called a friend. She said, she was in another state. She said, all right, I'll call an ambulance and you call downstairs and let them know. And so that's what I did. I could barely talk. I was in very bad shape. I was very close to just kind of perishing, actually. And so the ambulance came. I don't remember. So they got me to the hospital. That's a good thing. And then when I was in the hospital, yes, the doctor was absolutely wonderful. I told him exactly as much as I could what was going on that I thought. He did some tests and got me back to feeling good. Okay. I was functioning. I could walk. I could do everything now. So then they're letting me go because it's just an emergency room. So I'm let go at 1:00 in the morning. Now I'm good, but I'm not there yet. My mind wasn't, I couldn't think clearly yet. And so I was out and I didn't even think of getting a shuttle there. Instead, I ordered an Uber, which is what I always do. I did what I automatically do if I need to get a ride somewhere and I don't have a car. So I called the Uber. Now that's fine and dandy. And then I called up the hotel. Now I did not know that there were 2 hotels in the city that were the same name. Okay. And I'm not thinking clearly. Gosh, I almost, I was in bad shape. I wasn't really there yet. And so I don't know if I gave him the wrong hotel location or if he just dropped me off at the wrong hotel. But we went into the city and then he said, okay, we're here. And still not being able to really deal with stuff, I got out of the car without even looking really. And once I got out of the car, he zoomed away and I'm left there. And I noticed that this hotel right here in front of me is not even open. It's a dud. It did have the name, but it was a dud. It's closed. In fact, every business, it's 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. Every business on that street is closed. Now, there is a man on the corner, a younger man in his 30s, who's on the phone, but he didn't even want to look at me. And I'm standing there on this street corner at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I notice when I look across, there is two men, and they're circling with their bikes, and they stop and look at me. And then they talk, and then they circle, but they kind of separate, like kind of going on both sides of me, all right? I try to use my phone. My phone won't work. Now, that isn't that interesting. The guy in the corner, he's working. I'm not. And I'm on a corner. So I can't get the phone to work. I can't get a call out. So I can't call for help. I can't call for another Uber. I am stuck. As I start to walk to the other guy, he's not interested. He walks away. And I am stuck on that corner. Meanwhile, these guys are getting closer. The guys on the bikes, they're getting closer. They see, it's like they're zeroing in on their prey. And really, that's how it felt. And I leaned against the wall of the hotel because I didn't know what to do. And I said to Spirit, I said, I've done it again. I've done it again. I have put myself into this spot. I don't know what to do. I am at a total loss. You've got to help me. Please help me. And that is it. I need to get out of this place. By that time, one of the men stayed back a little bit further, but one man was right there on the curb, right in front of me. Now, I heard very clearly, stand tall. Stand tall. So I bolstered myself up and I took a step towards him and I said, hello. And I do not know what he saw from me because it was Spirit. But he got this, he looked at me. He had stopped his bike right in front of me, by the way. And he looked at me and then he got this smirk and he said, hello. And then he motioned to his friend to go away and he left. At that moment, my phone started working again. You see, being connected to my guides not only gave me an avenue to ask, but because I have been connected I really am connected and I stay connected. I don't just take it for granted. I connect every day. I know my intuition. I know my soul. I know my guides. And so I believe, I have incredible faith that when I say I need the help, they are there. It is the belief that saves you. Because when you believe and you know it for sure, then they are there and you know they are there. And it gives you a superpower, basically. It gives you a superpower. And on that night, I had a superpower. Once I had the phone back, I could call an Uber and I got to the right hotel. And I ended up staying in that hotel room for another 2 days because I was still recovering. It was a pretty serious scare in the hospital too. So anyway, I'm offering a class. And if you're interested in connecting, which I would strongly say in these days and times, getting connected is one of the most important things that you can do. So if you are interested, it's very affordable because I want to get this out to everyone. So there's a link below. And More power to you if you are connected. Good for you. But I wish you the very best. I'll be having other stories. I've had a lot of stuff happen in my life, and I'll be sharing all those. So subscribe and listen because, if anything, it'll show you that you can get out of these situations if you're connected. And there's quite a few. All right, take care. Bye-bye.